Welcome everybody into another edition of the Devy Delight post draft rookie mock. This is the second one we're hosting post draft. I'm very excited to be here today with my boy Stoops. How are you today, man?
I'm good. I got a haircut finally.
I see that. I
got a haircut. I shaved. Basically, once things start getting back to normal, I start looking normal again, right? It kind of just
Is that what you call it?
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
That's what I call it. Give it another week and it'll be back to how it was. But other than that, I'm good. I was off today, so I've gone back to work per how I was before. So again, things are not 100% back to normal, but they're getting there, at least where I'm at. I know not all places have, fully opened up and everything. We're kind of at a 25% capacity, I guess is what they're calling it. But people are moving around. I had a good relaxing day, so excited to get this one. Last week or week before, whenever it was, it's kind of all blending together. Whenever we did that last mock draft, a lot of fun landing spots. Definitely changed where guys are getting drafted. So absolutely love what we're seeing so far.
Yeah, I am as well. I'm pretty excited. It's been a fun, it's been an interesting couple days. It is pretty hard, getting back into the swing of things. You know what I mean? I'm back working, back in the office full time and stuff like that as well. So it's interesting to try to get in the swing of things. I'm excited about this one. I wanted to do it Monday, but we didn't have any power here. We had another big, massive storm hit us here in Tennessee. It's been a rough 2020, man. It really has been.
It's only, well, now we're about almost halfway in, not quite almost halfway, but it's still early technically. And we've, who knows what the rest is going to have for us the rest of the year.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I was tweeting out the link here. As we dissect this, guys, if anybody's watching has any questions for us throughout the entirety of us doing this live broadcast, please ask away. Stoops and I are more than happy to answer any of the questions. It's been a pretty good week for me. Obviously, I had a little bit of some good news, joined this week. I joined Coast to Coast Scouting, doing a little bit of scouting for those guys. I'm pretty excited about that. So cheap plug for those guys, heading over to the website, check them out. I'm pretty excited about this, Stoops. You know me, I'm I can give a little bit of a spoiler here. You could obviously guess what position I'm going to start off by talking about. But I am going to reveal my top 10 quarterback rankings on the Coast to Coast site here in the near future. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this opportunity, Stoops, man.
Yeah, you've been the quarterback guy since we started this endeavor. And you've done that. I've kind of always, not always, but I've just always geared more towards wide receivers. I just like to watch them. I don't know why, but it's kind of been where I focus more. But yeah, you've definitely been the quarterback guy. I'm excited to see what you do with that.
Where did I just exit out of the sleeper?
No, you're still in. Shows a green dot and you're online.
Oh, okay, there it is. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I lost.
If you stop clicking so many buttons,
I'm trying to maneuver it so that I can get the. Evan. Oh man, we almost got a full draft here.
I know. I see that.
This is
three more and it's full. That's the most we've had. So
this is exciting. So
appreciate all that. But yeah, no, I'm excited to see what you do over there. I'm excited to see you dive a little bit deeper into the scouting. You've always watched the film. You always send me clips, which is awesome. Right? Which is awesome. But it's going to be exciting to see what you get going over there.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty excited about it. Like I said, hop on over to Twitter, give them a follow right now. That is at CCS or CC Scouting, really. So I'm pretty excited about that. You see some stuff from me in the near future. Cheap plug away. We're getting ready to start here. This is pretty exciting, guys. We actually have, including us, we have, I can't do math, 9 people in this draft. So we're going to go ahead and kick it off right now. Let's go and start this bad boy. I always forget how to start. Here we go. Let's begin the draft.
Evan says you're going down in this mock. That's awesome.
You're going to run the rookie only league again? I like this already. We got some talk trash.
I know.
Talk trash. I'm going to just stop talking tonight, guys.
I wonder who's going to go first. I wonder.
Whoa.
Okay. That's a first.
Wow.
I
like
actually
it.
have not seen Tua go first in any of the actual rookie drafts that I've been in.
Oh,
I haven't seen him go first in any mocks,
no.
so that's kind of surprising.
I
Burrow
still,
next, that's not surprising. Taylor next, that's not surprising.
yeah.
Usually the first four go pretty chalk. Definitely not this order, but it seems like it's been 2-0, Tua, Burrow, Taylor, and then Clyde have generally been the first four that I've seen go off the board. So it'll be interesting to see if it changes here at 4 or if it's going to stay the same.
Got Fantasy BR on the clock.
He's got 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I mean, we're in a rookie draft together.
Yeah.
That's been
I was
fun.
gonna pull up the stats.
I'll say you've been making some moves. I actually traded up for one of your picks. Yep.
With me, yeah.
I moved up to 108. I had no Judy shares anywhere. So he was still there at 108. You had 108 and 109. Traded you what, 202 and 205?
Yep.
I have 206 as well, and I figured, you know what? It's one spot. I'm just going to give him the earlier of the two and see what he says.
Yeah,
I was going to start with the 6, and then I figured either one of two things is going to happen. You're either going to come back and say, well, give me the 5, and I would have done it anyway, or you would have. To me, it was one spot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm going to give him the earlier one, and I just want Judy, and I'm going to move up.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, I had a couple offers on the table, but none of them. My goal was to get 2 picks in the second round in the top half of it, because the way the draft fell was Burrow, Taylor, Edwards, Tua, Dobbins, Swift, Akers. And I wanted Judy. I did. But I had the option between Judy and Lamb there. So I was okay with settling for one of the two as long as I picked up 2 more guys. And then I ended up getting Higgins.
Yeah.
With the 202 that I got from you, but then I traded up from the 205 to back to 203, and I grabbed Herbert, which I thought was a pretty good steal at 203.
That's the lowest I've seen Herbert go.
I was pretty happy with that because my like we talked about on here before, my quarterbacks in that league are not that great, or they're old. So I have Rodgers and I have Breeze, but obviously
you just have the top Devy. Yes, you just have the top Devy guys.
But the other side of that, I do have Lawrence and Fields. So I do think that if Herbert has a good year, it gives me flexibility to A, trade Herbert, or B, just keep Herbert and have Fields, Herbert, and Lawrence. But
no, and I don't know if it's. I guess my questions are, why is Herbert falling? Is it just? And I actually was listening to another podcast this morning, and they were essentially saying it has nothing to do with Herbert's abilities. It's just the talent of everyone above him, like the skill position guys. And obviously Burrow's Burrow, right?
Yeah.
Tua, people are just super, super high on him. So those are going to be the first two quarterbacks to go. But it has a lot more to do with your Taylors, your Clydes, JK, Akers, even in cases, just those skill positions. Judy, CeeDee Lamb. It's just those players are going to be more valuable, probably more recent or more soon, I guess, sooner, whatever. Which is why Herbert's been falling down, even in super flex leagues. But yeah, to get him where you got him at, what'd you say, 203? Me, that's a steal. That's an absolute. I thought I was doing good at getting him at 110.
Jalen Reagor, 106, first receiver off the board. I like that, actually.
That's the earliest I think we've seen him go. If I
this is kind of nice
correctly.
Because we have players moving. You know what I'm saying? Like we have players in here, so it enhances the mock. Obviously, the 3 running backs off the board. We had Taylor, Edwards, Hilaire, and then J.K. Dobbins. So that's not too surprising. But after the duo of the quarterbacks go, CeeDee Lamb goes next, Swift goes, Judy goes, Cam Akers goes, and then I am up to bat here. Man, what a first round! Like
That's the most movement of players we've seen.
Yeah. Pre-draft and post-draft. You know what I'm saying? So, man, what do I do here? There's a lot of options.
Trade out. Just kidding.
If I could, I definitely would. If I could pick up 2 2s right now, definitely looking to trade it. Look, I like Jefferson. I'm just not in on Jefferson. I had the option to get Jefferson there. I'm not in on Jefferson. I actually like a few other guys higher than him. Vaughn will not make it around back to me again. I don't hate taking Vaughn at 111. I don't. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody says he's not a first rounder. I don't care. If Dobbins is your guy, if Vaughn is your guy, take him now because he won't be available. He will not be available the next time you pick at 211 unless you have other assets in the second round. And who's to say 112 doesn't take him either?
Exactly.
So if Vaughn is your guy, take Vaughn at 111 and don't be mad about it. Don't be sad. Just do it. For me, I'm gonna go T. Higgins here.
You almost went Vaughn. I
did.
You almost did it.
I want Higgins because I like the idea of Higgins playing. Green gone after this year. Him and Burrow are going to play together for the next 4 years, right?
Easily,
so,
yeah, if not longer, but definitely 4 years. I'm up.
You are up.
I'm
what
up.
are you going to do?
All right, so I'm kind of looking at it the same way you are. You look at the running backs, right? After Vaughn, the next up is Moss, A.J. Dillon, Antonio Gibson, who I absolutely love, but I don't see him as a first-round pick. He's one that I don't even think makes it back around to me at 212, but at the same time, I'm not going to take him at 212. The wide receiver depth in this class is absolutely phenomenal, in my opinion, whether it be a long-term play or even potentially some of these that can make a first-year impact. But the fact that running back they're gone, right? Taylor's gone, Clyde's gone, Dobbins is gone, Swift, who again, we've talked about this. I'm not as high on post landing spot. I love Swift's talent. I don't trust Detroit. That's the issue for me. I don't trust Detroit, and then Akers is gone. So really, like the running backs are gone. So for me, I am going to go Keyshawn Vaughn. For all the reasons you said, he is not going to make it around to me. Running backs are harder to come across. Right. So I'd rather take my chances with a running back here and let's just say it be wrong, as opposed to take a receiver that I know could potentially hit, which may sound like a weird, reasoning, but receivers are just much easier to come across. It's deeper. I would almost say it's sometimes easier to trade for them because people value running backs at a high level. So I'm going Keyshawn Vaughn here.
Great pick. I'm not just saying that because I'm a big Keyshawn Vaughn, but I also am saying that because I'm a big Keyshawn Vaughn guy. So.
Well, the landing spot, right? It boosts his value. Like I'm not to jump to Clyde, but he was high on a lot of people's boards anyway.
I seriously hate Herbert. Oh, we got that comment in there.
Wow. Come on now. But there he is. But the fact that Clyde went to Kansas City, I mean, that just propelled him,
yeah, for sure,
to a whole different level. So landing spots do make a difference, especially for running backs. Receivers, I think that talent will come about anyway. I think they're ones that can, make it work, right? They can do what they need to do to get open, create the separation, as long as that quarterback can get on the ball in the good spots. But running backs is a little bit more difficult. That's definitely a landing spot type position.
We got somebody in here talking about Tua, talking about his QB1. And I'm going to respond with not even on his own team.
Because it's Josh Rosen, right?
Yeah, that's definitely who I was thinking of. Denzel Mims.
Both of
Denzel
us.
Mims.
We're just.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've talked. It's been a while since we've recorded something. Actually, it hasn't been that long, but it feels like it.
Really hasn't. It was Saturday. It was like Saturday. Speaking of which, guys, Saturday morning we will be going live at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 8 o'clock Central. For those of you, that would be like 6 in the morning Pacific time. So whatever. But I just felt the need to announce that. But make sure to listen in. We'll be talking Big Ten receivers. I'm pretty excited about that. We're getting back on track, talking about some Devy guys, some guys that we like heading into the season. In due time, my friend.
I hope so, because I'm pumped that rookie draft that I sent you the screenshot of, where I was making my moves. I'm pumped with what I ended up with. Taylor at 102, Tua at 104. I need the quarterback. I have Rodgers and Breeze. I'm kind of in the same boat you are. Those are my two quarterbacks. So I needed a young quarterback. So I said, you know what? I'm trading up. I'm going to get Tua. Made it happen. I actually traded away Kamara for the 104, the 110, and the 204, I believe it was.
I like it.
I don't like trading away studs for picks. I don't. But I looked at my team, and I don't know how I made the playoffs last year. I had a super easy schedule. I finished the year at 9-4, but that was with Kamara and Hopkins, basically. Like, that was it. And then Breeze and Rodgers helped obviously get me there. But anyway, Taylor 102, Tua 104, Herbert at 110, Jefferson 112, Higgins 201, and Rager 204. I loved the way that fell for me. So you had your movement and love it. Love it. So anyway, back to Tua. I need him to excel. Not even year one per se. But I need him to prove me wrong.
Force him to pick a commissioner. Hold on. How can I force? Can you force pick somebody?
I have no clue. I will be honest with you. I don't know.
Watch this.
I'm going to say this. I'm just going to say it. Anyway, what's the point of joining if you're not even going to be here? Yeah, I said it. I said it live.
Because he's not here, I didn't want him to get auto mock somebody. So I took him Shannon Brooks. I don't even know who that is. So
Nope.
You're welcome.
You are welcome.
Come on, Evan HB. We softballed you one.
If he doesn't pick by 220, you pick for him. Just kidding.
Exactly.
He's in the draft and everything.
Oh man.
Yeah, and it's gonna be interesting. I wonder which way he's gonna go, because I think he's going receiver here, right? I mean, Jefferson, Ruggs, Pittman, Ayuk's on the board, Edwards.
Yeah, there's a lot of capital.
The top three quarterbacks are gone. I don't think he's
I changed it to Henry Ruggs just to be fair, guys. Just letting everybody know.
Oh man, I thought it wasn't going to have to choose. Huh? Yeah, I mean, it's to at least create.
We're trying to create a good Shannon could drop to me.
He could drop 2 in the 4th.
Yeah,
you probably pick him up on waivers for 50 cents. Could you imagine if I have a league where Fab is actually most of the leagues that I commish, it's all the Fab waiver.
Yeah.
Imagine if you could do it in increments of like change. Like, I'm going to do 50 cents.
That'd be funny. You win a guy for a penny.
That'd be crazy.
All right. So Evan took Justin Jefferson. TBS took Brandon Ayuk. Man, I'm so conflicted on Ayuk.
I am too. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I just want to see him on the field and see what happens.
I believe Shanahan will get him the ball.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if he's going to be fantasy relevant week in and week out. But
I think he will be. I think he's one you've just got to be patient with. I know you're not as high, and I'm not trying to jump players, but I know you're not as high on Jefferson. I think Jefferson makes a more immediate impact than Ayuk will. Jefferson I forgot about that Saturday when we were recording, but Diggs is gone. Like, and where they drafted Jefferson, like he's the 2 there.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
So I just think he makes a bigger impact quicker.
I mean, I like Jefferson better than Ruggs and Chenault that were drafted ahead of him. I think him and Mims are one side by side where you could go either way right there. I mean, I think I would have him 5th or 6th ranked receiver, Jefferson for me. All right, so I want 0 AJ Dillon. I don't care what's going on with the contract.
Yeah, I would
especially
agree.
where he's being drafted right now. Antonio Gibson has 0 interest for me at all either. Not this early in the draft, especially with him being drafted as high as he is. There's a couple of good guys here. I went Higgins. The running backs are not that sexy after Zach Moss, in my opinion. that and there's a lot of value at the wide receiver position.
Mhm.
I was really hoping that Pittman would fall to me, but I'll go opposite of him and I'll go Chase Claypool here. I like the pick. I like the fit. I think that he's going to be a fantastic fit there.
I agree, and I think the big concern for a lot of people in Pittsburgh is what's going to happen when Big Ben's gone, right? Because Big Ben, as much as people want to talk trash about him, he makes his receivers better, right? We saw it with Juju, where when he was with Juju, it was phenomenal, and then he goes down with an injury, and Juju just struggled a little bit. He didn't get as open. He didn't get as many accurate passes.
Exactly.
He just didn't get the same work. So, but that being said, I like Claypool. I think he could be used all over the field. I'm gonna be interested to see how they use him, Deontay Johnson, and everyone else that's on that offense. So I'm looking at it here now. KJ Hamler, he's going to be like the fifth option on that offense, even behind the tight ends they've got.
I don't even know why his ADP is as high as it is right now.
Speed, probably, because people are banking on Denver using him as a speedster, which they're going to do, but I would not draft him this high. Van Jefferson, I'm not a Cole Kmet. So personally, I know you had mentioned you don't like the cost of it. I think Washington is going to use Gibson in a way that we haven't necessarily seen them potentially use a running back. I don't think they've had a running back like him before. Not before, recently, I should say. And then obviously with new coaching coming in, new schemes are going to be implemented. I am still a Geist believer. I still have him in my home league. He's still sitting on my taxi squad. So I'm hoping that he can stay healthy and really start to produce. But I think Gibson's going to be a phenomenal talent. So I didn't think he would make it back to me. I really didn't. But I know for sure he will not make it back to me at 312.
Yeah, he'll get auto-picked by there.
So at that point, I'm going to go Antonio Gibson. Is it maybe an overpay? Possibly. But I think with what his abilities are, I think he can actually find a good role on that offense. So I'm going to be excited to see how that works out. And I think Washington's done a lot of good moves through the offseason, into the draft, and all that stuff. I think Washington's definitely going in the right direction. I'm not saying they're a competitor per se.
Yeah,
but they're making some moves.
I think Riviera likened him of Christian McCaffrey. Obviously, he's not as talented, and he's definitely not the running back that McCaffrey is. I do think they're going to try to get him the ball in his hands.
Yep.
And he's definitely worth the risk at 212.
But not 211. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Not a minute, not a pick sooner, okay? 212 is the max of which that you would take him at.
No, and honestly, the things I say about Gibson, like even with Evans, right, in Tennessee, De'Aaron Evans, Derrick Henry could be gone after the season. There he goes. There goes Evans goes at 3-1. Derrick Henry could be gone after the season, and that could be Evans' backfield. You know what I mean? And if you can get him at 3-1, that would be a steal. You just got to sit and wait a year, but that's how it's going to be for really everybody. Let's call it outside the. Well, receivers are different, so that's just a tough call. But definitely outside of the first round, especially for running backs, like you're probably going to have to wait a little bit of time to really get any type of fantasy impact that's worth starting, I should say.
I agree 100%.
So
that's it. To be honest with you, right now, Tua, Herbert, and Evans is a really, really, really good draft.
Yes.
Burrow, Mims, and what he decides here could really compare to that draft, in my opinion.
Please don't go Cole Kmet. Don't ruin it.
You will ruin your entire draft if you go Cole Kmet.
Yeah, he can go a bunch of different ways with it. I don't think. There's McFarland's there, Kelly's there for running backs, right there at the top. But I don't see that. I like Van Jefferson. Yeah, I like Jefferson there. It's just I think it's going to come down to him and Josh Reynolds competing for that spot. And like I've said before, I still think Reynolds is going to win that out because of experience. But I think they're going to get Van Jefferson involved in that offense. So it's going to be interesting to see how that one pans out. But
isn't it funny that Hurts' ADP is higher than Love's? Let me explain something to you. So I thought about this, right? Obviously,
Nice.
and then Van Jefferson's off the board. Or
Yep.
McFarland, then Jefferson. Sorry.
You're on the
So,
clock, sort of.
so like I said, if he doesn't pick within like a minute, I'm just gonna.
He's not even in, so.
So for me personally, if I forgot what I was gonna talk about.
Van Jefferson?
Nope, that's definitely not him. I don't even remember. Oh, Jordan Love. Jordan Love.
Oh, yeah.
I understand that people don't like the guy, but I mean, in the third round, he's worth a risk. He's going to be a starting quarterback. He's a first-round pick. He's going to start in 3 years. Yeah, do you have to sit and wait for him? Yeah, probably. But who's to say your third-round flyer isn't really going to get you very far?
You had to sit and wait for Rodgers, too, so.
Exactly.
It's kind of what Green Bay does. It seems, anyway.
I would have picked KJ Hamler there.
KJ Hamler.
So Evan HP's got a good draft going. Dobbins,
like
Jefferson.
it.
I'm really digging Jays as well. Lamb, Zach Moss. I like Swift Pittman. I like Judy Edwards. Man, this is some loaded slots.
I love it. So if you look at starting at, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Oh, duh. It says 109 right there. Stupid. Receiver. Next, running back. You, receiver. Me, running back.
That's hilarious.
But that's the thing with these rookie drafts, right? It's a lot of times it just depends on how you want to do it. Some people will draft for what you need on your team, and some will draft basically just best player available and address it later via trades or anything like that. So different ways to look at it, definitely different ways to address a rookie draft. So it's interesting to see how people
Dever Duvernay at 305.
I'm still baffled by the pick. I like it. AGG at 306. But yeah, that Baltimore receiving core, more so the Duvernay pick. I questioned it when they made it, and I still don't quite understand it. Maybe they've got something up their sleeve, but
Somebody messaged us to be a part of the mock tonight, and neither one of us saw it.
Sorry. Oh, Troutman at 310. You got sniped.
I did get sniped. I was looking at Troutman. That was my pick here. So, all right. So the more I think about it, the more I'm skeptical of. I talked about him on the most recent podcast about P. Ryan. I like P. Ryan. I like the landing spot. I hate that they signed Frank Gore. That makes no sense. Really hurt my feelings because I love P. Ryan. And my biggest concern with P. Ryan is that he gets lost in the shuffle because Gase is going to get fired, because Gore is going to be in there this year, et cetera. The one guy that I like is a guy that you've talked up, I think, on the same show, and that's going to be Eno Benjamin. That's my guy here.
I like it. I think he's going to get the
Lynn Bowden watch. Nope, there's no Lynn Bowden watch. It's never going to happen. Nobody wants Lynn Bowden.
Side note, I'm doing a franchise with the Cardinals on Madden, and J Mike and Eno Benjamin, rookie. We did an updated roster, yada yada yada, right? Eno Benjamin as a rookie, he has 0 carries on the season. But I'll tell you what, he wanted some money.
Oh yeah?
And I was shocked. I was like, you have no carries. Anyway, all right. That's Madden, not fantasy. Anyway. So we're in Superflex, right? This is Superflex. So that being said, I have no quarterback. Jalen Hurts. I'm gonna go Jordan Love. Same reason that I believe in Tua more than I believe in Jordan Love. But I'm gonna take Jordan Love here for what you had said, 3rd round value. Yes, you're gonna have to wait, right? You're gonna have to wait on it. But I don't know where I was going with that. I got distracted by our message. Jordan Love, you got to take the chance on him. 3rd round. Like you said, he's got the draft capital there. They believe in him enough to take him where they took him. So to learn from Aaron Rodgers, there's way worse quarterbacks to learn from, right?
For sure.
You could at least Burrow doesn't have to learn from Dalton. So Burrow would have taught Dalton some things probably. But no, but seriously, Jordan Love to learn from Aaron Rodgers, I think is phenomenal. As much as I don't like the prospect, I'm taking him here. It is super flex. You gotta take your chances on the quarterbacks.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I almost went him there. I didn't have a running back. I wanted a running back piece. I didn't know if I didn't know you were going to do that. Kind of makes me mad. I was kind of hoping love would fall back around to me, but I see how it is.
I
It's cool.
honestly though, I don't think he would have.
I don't think so either. I don't.
He might have, but I don't think so.
DJ Dallas, that's another one I really like. The only reason I like it is because Seattle likes to utilize running backs, and a lot of them.
Well, they're about to bring Marshawn back, so they're only going to have about 7 running backs back there.
I mean, did anybody watch him?
4 weeks to carry.
He just fell to the ground every,
4 carries a week, not 4 weeks to carry.
Yeah.
I can't speak. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see a reason to bring him back. The only reason I would bring him back is if it was, hey, I want to retire as a Seattle Seahawk, which I think he should retire as a Buffalo Bill, but what do I know? I wouldn't, nothing. I know nothing. I just don't see a reason to bring Marshawn back in Seattle. I really don't. They've got young talent there. Chris Carson's getting the job done. I don't see a reason to bring Marshawn back. They didn't give him the ball at the 1 yard line. Why are they going to give him the ball now?
Well, even so, I mean, he ran the ball and he fell down 3 yards last year. He came back. He didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I think if Carson's healthy, they easily beat the Packers. You know what I mean? I think they do. And because they had just below average, whatever it was, I like the Isaiah Coulter pick. Houston, they have a lot of old guys on the roster, and Stills is not really old, but that contract's not very pretty. Not just him. Then you have Brandon Cooks, who is injured all the time, and then on the flip side of that, you have Will Fuller. Will Fuller. This is not going good tonight, guys. Another one.
Great.
So I saw this interesting fact the other day. Quintez Cephas. He's a guy that I was funny listening to talking about before the draft. It was one of those guys that I was like, man, who is this guy? I found out after this season, there was the only guy on the Detroit Lions roster under contract now is Quintez Cephas. He's the only guy with the contract after this year.
Really?
Marvin Jones doesn't have a contract. Kenny Golladay doesn't have a contract. So he might have some really solid potential there.
I think they figure something out for Golladay.
Oh yeah,
Jones. I honestly, Jones, I think is out.
Yeah,
Golladay, I'd be shocked if
I think the whole team is gone. I think Stafford's gone after this year. I think Patricia's
They'll
gone
probably
after
leave
this
Detroit.
Year. So, 2021 Raiders quarterback 1. Will Bowden.
They're probably not too far off, honestly.
Oh, stop it!
Not too far off. That would be crazy, right? They use him as a running back, use him as whatever, and then we're gonna move you to quarterback.
I guarantee he at least has 10 pass attempts this year.
Probably
some end around passes, some weird. Chucky likes the weird stuff. I am really digging. Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to think of which team I like. I'm trying to think of which draft I like the most right now. To be honest with you, I really like 108, but
yeah,
I like 109 too.
Yeah, they cheated as well.
Big fan
I like
of
what you've done. I like what you've done. I still think I'm a fan of 101 though.
Yeah.
Tua, Herbert, Evans, and DJ. I like the way that's.
I think the DJ pick is really the one that kind of put the icing on the cake. Personally,
yeah, it's always that 4th round pick that's gonna make or break an opinion for sure. Well,
yeah, because Isaiah Cutler. Hurts is gone. Jordan Love's gone. Jacob Eason. I was really hoping Eason would fall to me. I'm not going to get a quarterback. It's kind of sad.
You can get Jake Fromm.
Not going to get a quarterback.
I mean, you're the one that said he's going to beat out Josh Allen.
Oh, semi-kidding.
Semi-kidding. No, to me, that it's, I don't know. The there were some picks in this draft where I'm just like, why? What? Like, I don't understand the reasoning behind it, but to me, he's not a bad backup. I'll say that. There could be worse guys to have behind you. I have a feeling the Michael P. Ryan's about to go off the board.
Yeah, I do too, which is kind of disappointing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's interesting because he was in making all of his other picks. So
time's up. The Michael P. Ryan. I'm gonna move this down a little bit. All right, Jason Huntley. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 409. That's not a bad pick. Peoples-Jones in the 4th round because Landry, I think, his contract's not going to be long term, and then Odell. Even if Odell's there, they still need a second receiver, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what am I down to here? A lot of slim pickings, right? A lot of slim pickings. But to be honest with you guys, I really like one guy on this list, and I'm about to reveal who it is in a second. Make sure I don't see anybody else I like first.
If you take him, I swear.
I am going to go with KJ Hill from the Chargers.
Good call. That's not who I was going to go with.
All right, well, good. Who are you going with?
James Prochet. As I critiqued the Devin Duvernay pick, right, for Baltimore.
Yeah.
But like to me, I don't know. I don't have a good reason. Yeah. I think it comes down to we saw both of them. I don't have a reason. I just like James Prochet.
Yeah.
Loved him down in Mobile. Loved what I saw, from him at SMU. So overall, I'm a big fan. But there's Colin Johnson in Jacksonville as well. He's one. So,
but you got Laviska down there as well, So it's kind of worth some.
I got Jake Fromm, Cole McDonald, Omar Bayless. That's gonna be. I think it's too crowded of a receiver core. But I love Omar Bayless in Carolina. We saw what a Brady offense at LSU can do. I'm interested to see how many mouths they feed in Carolina now. Having Rule up there and then having Brady, obviously, on the offensive side. It's going to be interesting to see here. Kalijah, you can have him. Man, I know I said I was going to go Prochet, but now I'm like...
You're second-guessing yourself.
I'm second-guessing myself. I'm going to stall.
I can see that.
Oh, that's tough, man. I'm gonna stick with James. I said it at the beginning. I'm gonna end it out with him. I like his talent. I think he can definitely. I like Duvernay's talent as well, but I guess it's one of those. You're in a rookie draft. It's the last pick of it. Take your chance with it. Baltimore's surprised us in the past with what they were able to do on the offensive side of the ball. So I'm sure they'll get some crazy pick plays and some crazy things going that maybe James can get some touches. I think 101's got the best team in my opinion. I'm just going to throw it out there now. I'm jumping the gun, but I like his team.
All right, so for me personally, since you're going to go 101, I'm going to have to pick a different team. I don't want to pick the same team as you. To me, second place would definitely be. Man, I would have really liked Jay's draft if he wouldn't have drafted Jalen Hurts.
I think 103 is pretty solid.
Yeah, that's where I was leaning. 103. I like the Cephas pick now after finding out what I found out about their roster. I like 104 minus Hamler's pick. I don't like Ruggs either, but that's true. Yeah, definitely going to go there. Actually, Evan HP had a good draft. Dobbins, Jefferson, Duvernay, Kmet. I'm not a big Kmet right now guy, but Kmet could be a good guy for years to come. I think the Bears are going to be bad this year, and they're going to have a top pick. They could go, they could get a Fields or, even be as bad for Lawrence. They could be in a position to draft a quarterback next year. So, and Jimmy Graham is gone after this year. I mean, he should have never been signed anyway, but that's neither here nor there. But I think Kmet's got enough talent to be good there. So I'm going to go either 105 or 102 here. Or 103, sorry.
Yeah, and I think either one of those. I like how they turned out. So you definitely can't go wrong with either one of those.
Perfect. All right, guys. Well, that's another one of us. Like I said, we're going to do another one of these Monday night, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Stoops and I will be back. If you want to join us, just hit Stoops and I up on Twitter at Stoops1990. Hit myself up at Ricky Valera _. We're going to be live again Saturday morning at 9 p.m. Eastern time, 8 p.m. Yeah, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Make sure to check out expandtheboxscore.com. We've been rolling the credits there at the bottom. Check it out, expandtheboxscore.com. And until next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
See y'all later.